Hey guys, welcome to the swamp. If you can hear me okay, please let me know. Today we are going to be talking about content. Lots and lots of content. So, feel free to put your comments in the box if you can, in fact, hear me. And we're going to be talking all about this content stuff. Also, feel free to put your comments in the box below. And, yeah, it should be good to go. All right, so if you can hear me okay, please let me know by putting something in that there box. Luis, good to see you there. Who else we got online here? And as you can see from the timer, we got about 6 minutes to go. I like to start these a little bit earlier. That way we can actually test everything out before everyone gets here and make sure everything's working okay. And should be able to see me over here in the swamp of the backyard office. I think I could bring you guys a little closer too. Let's see what we got here. That close enough for that. So we're going to get started here in just a bit. Let's see how this. There we go. All right, cool. So feel free to type your comments about content. If you have any questions or anything, let me know. And we're going to get this show on the road here in just a little bit with my sideways office here. Let's see if we can straighten that up a little, and then we'll take you inside. That should do the trick. We're testing out some new stuff today. How's the sound quality? I've never really tried the audio outdoors with the wireless mic. There we go. That looks a little bit more straight. All right, cool. So in 4 minutes, we are going to get the show on the road. Feel free to type where you're listening from. If you're watching this on the YouTube homepage, type YouTube. If you're watching this on Facebook, type Facebook. If you're watching on the Affiliate Marketing Dude live page, type live page. Give us a thumbs up on the YouTube and make sure you put your comments and everything if you do like this. In just a minute, we're going to go into the white or blackboard. It used to be a whiteboard, now it's a blackboard, and we're going to talk all about content. And, you know, the big question that so many people ask is, how do I come up with my next content? How do I come up with this stuff? How do I make something that's going to be relevant? How do I, focus on my audience? And we're going to talk about a lot of that stuff because I think it's really important and I think it's overlooked. And so often as content creators, whether we're doing video, whether we're doing podcasts, whether we're doing, just blogs or whatever, a lot of times you're going to notice that, we don't know what to say, right? We might think we know what the market wants. We might think we know what the market wants to say or wants to hear. But at the end of the day, we really don't know until we actually test the market out. And we've got a plane going right up over us. All right, pretty cool. Is the garden not level? No, it's actually, I'm on a little hill here, which is funny because our yard looks pretty level. But when you get out here, like the pool is about 3 feet up there, and then it just kind of slopes down, which is kind of cool. All right, and the garden stuff's all in the pool area, so the bugs don't get it, which is kind of cool. All right, and hopefully we don't get a visit from my wife's new friend, the raccoon. He likes to come out here, and she gives him like crackers and stuff, and he loves it, but I heard they could be kind of mean, so we got to be a little careful with that. But what we're going to do today is we're going to talk about content. So what I want you guys to do is, if you're watching this on YouTube, feel free to type in your biggest question about content, whether it's, basing your content on a keyword, whether it's, knowing what to say or how long to say it or where to post your content. Put those questions in the box, and we'll be getting to those in just a little bit. And luckily today is not as bad as yesterday. Yesterday was about 96 till about 7 or 8 o'clock at night, so it was pretty hot. But today, not too bad, although the old laptop's getting a little warm here. Luckily, it's my Laptop I've had a while. I really like it. Okay, good. Joshua says, what's the best affiliate marketing strategy when I have a low budget? Excellent. We're going to get to that one, Joshua. Thank you for your question. And we will talk about that. And then we'll talk about content because they kind of go hand in hand, right? If you have no money or you're struggling to make this work or you don't have a lot to invest or whatever, the best thing to do is start putting out good content. And, content's kind of elusive, because you might see someone just like blow up on YouTube or on social media and, they get really popular and you look at their content and you're like, wow, this sucks. Why would I even watch this? And, a lot of times you look at it and you're like, okay, well, how are they providing value? How is that like benefiting the world in any way, right? Like you have like shows like the Kardashians and stuff like that. Not that I've ever seen it, right? And even if I did see it, I probably wouldn't admit it. That's just junk, right? But at any rate, you have shows like that, and it's like, well, how does this provide value? Well, they are somehow getting a following. They are somehow getting an audience. And to some people, that is the definition of value, whether it's to take their mind off stuff, whether it's to make them laugh or make them, dream or whatever it is, that can be value, okay? Good, got questions coming in. Street Media Criers says, how do I write content that gives value? Excellent. Do you have Instagram content tips for fitness niche? Instagram is actually something that I'm getting into shortly here. We're going to be going over that. I'm not that good at understanding the Instagram. However, I do have someone hired that's going to help with that. I'm kind of like an old dog and I don't like to learn new tricks. So, I'm still stuck on SEO and stuff, which works. It's good, right? But I want to start branching into the others. Okay, good. Mark says, do you start with your keyword and call to action, or CTA? Is that what you mean, call to action, and then work the content around those? Okay, good. I think it's about time to get started here. So I'm going to head in here and we'll see if we can get this thing fired up and bring you guys in here and see what we could do here. All right, cool. So we should be in here now. Should be nice and smooth. I'm just going to bring it inside because if you've ever lived in Florida, you know that it can like rain even if it's sunny out and there's no clouds. I don't know how that's possible, but it is. So, to each his own. And we got to look at that and be like, okay, well, how do we deal with that? So we'll go ahead and get this thing started, get the show on the road, get the air conditioner piped on nice and hot, and thank you for watching. Thank you for joining. I didn't send out a big email for this one at the last minute, so we'll see how the crowd does, which is kind of cool. Yes, we will try to use the white chalk there so that you guys can see that okay. And I'm going to get this other camera rocking and rolling. Just got to change the exposure. There we go. Okay, cool. So, is everyone seeing and hearing clearly? If you are, type something in the box. Hopefully you guys like the Video Hacks logo. If you guys are watching this on the YouTube, feel free to give us a thumbs up if you like this stuff. And, we're here to help you. So, ask your questions and get all your stuff ready to go. And, yeah, cool stuff. Okay, so questions in the box, and we will take care of you from there. Okay, cool. And we're going to try this other link. Okay, let's turn off the live. I think that should help. Okay, cool. That should do the trick there. How's it looking? Both camera angles okay? And I will find some white chalk since Joshua says we need to write in white. And we'll get that thing going for you too. Okay, so today what we're going to talk about is how to create content. Okay, now we have to look at this and we have to say, what is content? What defines good content, right? What makes a piece of content good and a piece of content bad? What makes a piece of content ready to get consumed and used and passed along and make people feel like they've gotten value? And what makes a piece of content just totally suck? Okay, now we want to talk about this because a lot of this stuff is totally subjective. Okay, it's totally subjective. And what I mean by that is it's in the eye of the beholder. right? It's in the eye of the person that is watching it. So the value of content, we're going to type this out or write it out. Value is in eye of beholder. Okay? The value of the content is in the eye of the beholder. Who is watching your content? Who is it you're trying to reach? Who is it you are talking to? Everything like that needs to be focused on. And let's transition over here, right? So all of this stuff has to be focused on your beholder. Who is watching it? Now, you might say that I want to create a piece of content, I want to create a video, I want to create something, have it go viral, get millions of views overnight, and hopefully make some money. Okay, now that could be a possibility. What I do in other videos, we'll talk about engineering viral campaigns, how to engineer a viral campaign so that it goes viral and gets you a lot of views. Okay, we'll talk about that in a little bit. But what we want to do is we want to talk about what do we do when we're sitting down at the drawing board, when we don't know where to go, we don't know what to do, and we need to get some content out. Okay, because we all know whether you have affiliate sites, whether you have YouTube sites, whether you have Facebook, whatever you have, whatever you're using, we need to realize, who am I talking to? Okay, who am I talking to? Now this is very, very important, because when we sit down to make a piece of content, we have to ask ourselves, who is it we are talking to? Right? Who are we talking to, and where are they, and why are they here? Okay, there's two things. There's one, interruption marketing. This is where, okay, we'll write this down. We'll write it here. Interruption. Okay, and then there is, over here, we'll write integration. Okay, now for many, many years, content and commercials and advertisements have more or less been interruption marketing, right? You are watching TV and all of a sudden there's commercials, so you get up and you go get a drink or whatever. Okay, that is your interruption marketing. They are interrupting, or you are interrupting them. I don't think I can move this camera too much left. Hopefully that works. All right, maybe tilt it up a little bit. Okay, there we go. All right, so interruption. This is where you're watching a TV show, you're doing something online, and you're like, okay, cool, so we are interrupting them. All right, Facebook sponsored posts. This is interruption marketing. Okay, you're on Facebook, you're trying to talk to old Betty, see what she's doing, and all of a sudden it's like, hey, Bob Jones, found a new way to tie his shoes. And you're like, what the hell, I don't care about Bob Jones. I want to see what Betty's doing, right? This is interruption marketing. You are interrupting whatever they're doing. Now, integration marketing is something quite different. Integration marketing is what we do, what I've done since 1999 and 2000 with search engine stuff is more or less integration marketing. Your visitors are there because they want to be there, right? You guys are here watching this stream because you want to be here. You're like, hey, you know what? I want to be here. Now, you might have gotten interrupted on YouTube because a little thing pops up and you say, hey, cool. Hey, that's great, right? I want to watch it. So more or less, it's not like interrupted by Geico, who you don't want to hear from. It's interrupted by Marcus, the friendly marketing guy who's going to help you out from the backyard swamp, right? So it's interruption in a different way. Also, interruption from someone you know, like, and trust. Interruption from someone that you have opted into, right? This is called permission-based. Permission. Okay, permission-based marketing is really important because all my content can be something that you want to see, right? It's like, okay, I want to see this. I gave permission for him to email me. I subscribed to him on YouTube because I want to see this. I friend him on Facebook. I like his page on Facebook because I want to see this stuff. I add him on Snapchat, Twitter, whatever, because I want to see this stuff. Okay, so interruption marketing rather is starting to phase out. Okay, marketers are finding out that this isn't the profitable way to go anymore, right? Charging or spending a bunch of money for advertisements isn't really doing that great, right? You look at the ad on the Super Bowl, right? The one where they were like crossing the wall and everything and talking about wood and stuff like that, or some lumber company, right? What they did is they got people from the interruption, they got them with a heartfelt message, content, and they took them over to their site, and boom, they got like millions of views overnight, which was kind of cool. So we look at this and we're like, which one of these do we do, and how do we create content for our group? How do we create content for the people we're trying to reach? So first and foremost, we have to know, who am I talking to? Okay, who are you talking to? Right? So I have a image in mind, and this is like making a persona. Okay? You want to make a persona of your perfect person you want to talk to. Okay, now you can go and you can create content for anyone and everyone, and that's fine, that's good. It's also extremely difficult. Or you can find a group online. Now what you're going to notice is that online you have lots of groups, you have lots of like cult-like things, right? There's these people who are just crazy about stuff. Like they're crazy about, I don't know, whatever that yellow guy is, right? What's that yellow guy? Peek at you or something like that, right? They love that guy and they're like this cult about it. Or maybe they are into a certain politician, or maybe they're into a certain religious group, or maybe they're into video marketing, or maybe they're into this or that, right? And we look at it and we're like, okay, we look at it and we say, who is this person? Now what I want you to do is I want to take your niche, okay? Take your niche market. We'll write niche here somewhere, niche, okay? Take your niche market, and I want you to think about those people, okay? So if you're in like gardening, who's your person? Okay, who is it? Obviously, it's not the guy who sits inside and eats chips and watches TV all day. It's someone who gets out there and digs. Okay, cool. And it's probably someone who's into like healthy food or living off the land or whatever, right? And we start to break down, who are we talking to? Okay, and then when we learn who we are talking to, we say to ourselves, well, who is this person? Great. Now, I want you to create content for that person. For example, in the recovery, addiction, alcohol niche, what I do is I go in and I say, who is this person? Who am I talking to? Right? Because when I do that, when I create content from a source of knowing who I'm talking to and understanding who I'm talking to, the game changes, right? Because everyone else is like, hello people, I'm talking about addiction and here's how to not get drunk and blah, blah, blah. And I'm talking to them straight. I'm like, hey, look, I realize that you can't stop. I realize that everyone's talking to you this way. I realize you have a lot of anxiety. I realize there's a lot of worries. And I'd like to talk to you about this, right? And boom, instant special word. Okay? I want you guys to think of the special word that I'm thinking of that is the key to making all of this work. Right? It is the key to everything. It is actually why you are here watching this video right now. It's why you're here, and it's very, very, very important. Okay? Type your guesses in the box while I make an excuse to drink something because it's hot here. Jamaican ginger ale. Very good. If you like spicy stuff. Okay, so type it in. Let's see what we got here. I'm going to make sure our chat roll is catching up with us. Should be working. Okay, consume content. No, it is this word here, and I'm going to write it right here. Connection. Okay? This is the key. This is what everyone wants. They want a connection. Okay? You could say no, like, and trust. You could say relevant. You could say whatever. It's connection. You are here. You like my stuff because it's connected with you. You say, Marcus, I think you're a normal dude. You sit there on your deck with your out in your backyard office. You ride your bike around. You're not showy. I get it. You get me. Right? That is the key. They want the connection and they want the you get me. Okay? This is why it's so important to do market research. When you do market research, you have to look for your connection. Now, this can be done in print. This can be done in video. This can be done with images. This can be done with outsourced video. Okay? So we look at it and it's connection. Like Louise says, connection is what everyone wants. Exactly. Right? Connection is what everyone wants. Why do you think social media is so big? because we live in a culture, which I kind of look at as like we all live in apartments, regardless of whether we're in houses. We all live in these apartments that are just like separated units, but they're connected, and there's like these garages that people go into, and you never see anyone anymore, right? And it's kind of sad. It's kind of sad that we have to go to the computer to like find a connection. But at any rate, it's what we have, and it's what it works. And one upside to that is the fact that we can reach a lot of people, right? We can reach a lot of people, and we can focus on what they want. Right? We can focus on getting our message to them, and we can focus on helping them. So, you know, years ago, I wouldn't be able to talk to millions of people who are struggling with alcohol addiction. Today I can. That's a good side. So there's pluses and minuses to everything, right? So we want to look at that, and we want to focus. All right, so our connection is the whole idea of you get me. So we want to keep this in mind. Marcus, what does this have to do with content? I just want to learn how to sit down, make a video, and be done with it. That's fine, that's great, and we're going to talk about that as well. But we have our connection here, and we're like, okay, we need to keep this in the back of the mind. So whatever you're doing before you create your first piece of content or your next piece of content, whether it's a video, an audio, whatever, we need to know values in the eye of the beholder. What you think is valuable might not be valuable to your market because your thoughts are different. So first, look for this connection, look what's going on. You can do this by checking out other channels. You can do this by checking out blogs. For my addiction site, I'm on a big anxiety forum to talk about anxiety and things like that. And you're looking for the connection, that you get me. And that's why when I come out with videos on those personal things, people are like, holy cow, I feel like you live in my house and you know what I think, right? That's what you're going for. If you can say the problem better than the person having the problem, you have a customer for life. Very, very important. So that's a connection. That's what we're looking for. Next, we look at who am I talking to? Okay, who are they? Who's this guy? Is he watching on Facebook? Is he watching here? Next, we want to look at how to integrate into what's already going on. If someone's out there watching videos, okay, this is a key. If you're doing YouTube marketing, the biggest thing is related video. Now, related video is very important. Because when you look at related video, let's say someone's out there and they're watching videos on alcohol and anxiety. Okay, we have like a top ranking on that, so it's really good. Alcohol and anxiety, and I get a lot of traffic from it. And most of the traffic comes from related videos. So let's think about this for a minute. Someone goes to YouTube, they type in anxiety and alcohol. Okay, they watch a few videos. They see related videos. They watch the related video. Why? Why do they watch a related video? Well, they watch a related video because the other video didn't explain it good enough, okay? They're looking for more info. They're looking for more connection. They're looking for more of this stuff. So I would venture to say that sometimes related videos are actually more valuable traffic than typed in traffic, okay? Haven't really tested it, but that would be my opinion based on what they're wanting and based on search engine stuff. I found years ago when you're doing search engine marketing, sometimes it's better to be number 3 than number 1 because a lot of people click number 1 and they're like, screw this guy, I'll bet there's better stuff out there, right? And they go to number 2 and number 3. By the time they're at number 3, they're like, everyone else sucks, but this guy's great, right? So it works the same way, okay? So we got to look at this. We got to keep this in mind. So first and foremost, the way to know these people is with keywords, okay? Keywords. Very important. I know that's small. Write it down in your notes. Just write it down, right? That'll be cool. All right, so keywords are the number 1. You go to Google keyword tool, you find out the keywords they're talking about. Okay, next, you go to YouTube and Google and forums about the keyword. Okay, you do a search as if you were looking for you. Very important. Do a search as if you were looking for you. See what videos have the most views. Okay, see what viewers are watching. See what the comments say. Okay, people will tell you everything. Have you ever noticed that, like, on social media, on Facebook, like, people will get into arguments about the stupidest stuff, and they will spill their guts, right? They're like, here it is, here's what I think, here's what I feel, here's what I believe, blah, 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 right? And it's like, dude, shut up. But you can learn something from that. You can learn that there's people in certain groups that think a certain way, right? This is called categorizing. We are categorizing the people based on the keywords, based on the groups, based on the things they're watching. And we can follow them. And social media makes this super, super easy to do. Next, we want to take our keyword, okay? Once we find a good one that makes sense, that we can focus on, we find that keyword, and we say to ourselves, what are we going to do, right? How do we create content? So let's say alcohol and anxiety, okay? We'll put alcohol and anxiety, okay? So we got people searching for alcohol and anxiety. What do we do with this? Okay, what do we do? So here we are, we're sitting here, and we're like, I got to create a video, I got to make some content, I got to put something out there. What the hell am I going to say? Well, first of all, again, this is why you got to know the people who we're talking to, what are they into, what kind of keywords are they looking up, right? What do we do? Well, we talk about how alcohol and anxiety go together, or if you're in the planting niche, right? Whatever it is, you just focus on it, and that's the deal. Very good. Next, what we want to do is we want to look at the stats. Okay, we want to look at the stats. Okay, we want to watch the stats. We want to see what else people are consuming. We want to watch the other videos. You can watch them fast if you need to get through them fast or whatever. But you can watch them and you can learn what other people are doing. Then, when you create your content, you sit down and you say, who am I talking to? Good. All right? What am I talking about? That's my keyword. Okay? Next, what do I want them to do? Very important. What do I want them to do? Very important. There's several different types of content that you can put out, and we're going to talk about how to make them and everything like that. But what do I want them to do? So we have to say at the end of the video, do we want to just spread goodwill, share information, help people out, give good stuff? Maybe that'd be good. Okay, so we could do that for goodwill. I'll put GW, goodwill. Okay, excellent. Now goodwill, if you're doing it on YouTube, you can also do that to get subscribers. If you give good content and you say, hey, look, you know what, go subscribe. Excellent, that's going to work, right? And you provide goodwill. They're going to subscribe. Pretty soon they're going to like you. If you come out with a book, boom, instant lots of sales because they like you. Pretty cool. Next, we can get them to opt in. Now, this is important, okay? I know a lot of people talk about subscribers on YouTube and everything like that, but it's finicky, right? You can have 600,000 subscribers. What you want to watch is how many views your next video gets. Very important. So if you have 100 million subscribers and your next video only gets like 100 views, your subscribers aren't paying attention to you. Plain and simple. I don't care how many you have, they're not paying attention to you. Okay, so you want to get them, you want to say some of my videos need to be to get people to opt in over at my site, which you could just say, hey, you know what, go to my site, videohacks.com, put your name and email, boom, 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 done deal. Okay, so what do we want them to do? Provide goodwill, opt in. Do we want them to buy something, right? What do we want them to do? Now, once you figure out why you are creating this content, this makes it a lot easier because a lot of people just sit down and they're like, oh, here's a keyword, let's make some content. They don't think about who they're talking about or who they're talking to or what they want them to do. Okay, very, very important that you think about these things. It's not hard to do. You can write them on a sticky note, as you see I do quite a bit of, right? You can do whatever, right? Very easy, okay? Now, next, you want to say, well, you know, how long does it take to explain it, everything like that. So what we want to do is we want to focus this on the keyword, and they say, how long should my video be? Well, how long does it take to feel natural, right? Should it be a long video? Should it be a short video? Well, it depends on what you're trying to do. If I'm going to learn a better way to nail something into a deck, okay, I don't want a 3-hour video. I want some guy to be like, boom, 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 here's how you do it. Hold the hammer this way. Done deal. I hope you like this. Subscribe. We're going to teach you how to use your saw. Done, right? Alcohol and anxiety, a little bit longer. Probably going to be a 5 to 8 minute video. Something like this where I'm teaching a whole classroom kind of thing, you know, maybe I'll go an hour and a half or whatever. And it looks like most people are staying pretty good, so, you know, it works. But you got to make sure you have that connection. Even if it's something small, connect with your audience. So, first of all, we want to look at our keywords. We want to look at our stats. Now, you're going to notice if you're doing YouTube or if you're doing blogging or something where people can comment and interact, this is gold, okay? What you want to do is you want to look at your stats and your comments, okay? Watch what people are already consuming and what they already like. This is going to tell you the next piece of content to make, Okay? If you're on YouTube, people are going to comment. People tell me all the time, can you make a video about this? Can you make a video about that? And we make them, and they work because 9 times out of 10, a lot of people have the same questions. So we want to watch our stats. We want to watch the related views. Okay? Now, when you watch your stats for related stuff, you're going to find out that your traffic is coming from different things. You might find out that a video or a piece of content that you put out for alcohol and anxiety is now ranking for like the other video about like 10 things I learned when I stopped drinking or whatever. Okay, when you do that, then you know, hey, if I'm getting a little bit of traffic from that related video, why don't I make one more related to the related video and get a bunch of traffic? And it works like a charm. Okay, so we want to look at related, then we want to look at comments, and then we want to look at the why. Okay, why? What's the reason? Now, once we have these in our brain, and hopefully you're writing these down, once we have these in our brain, we are going to say to ourselves, okay, now it's time to make content. Now, what I like to do is I like to do a little, maybe 30-second intro. Okay, if you're doing regular typed content, you could do like maybe 3 paragraphs. Okay? And it's got to be engaging, okay? You can't just be here and be like, hi, I'm Bob the circus man. Today we're going to talk about clowns. That would be stupid. No one's going to watch it, right? You got to be engaging. Why do you think I filmed the backyard office? Because people like it for some reason. Everyone they started telling me, hey, Marcus, I like your YouTube set. And I'm like, oh, I have a YouTube set? I didn't even know. I just built the backyard office so I could work, right? But people like it, right? It gives them a feeling, right? People are looking for the feeling. So 30 seconds to engage them. This is your intro. Okay? Whether it's typed out, whether it's this. Now, I want to let you in on a little key, and this key is huge. Okay? The key is that you can repurpose everything. Repurpose everything. Okay? So if you're making, let's say you start out and you're writing content for your blog, or maybe you have a blog that has a lot of content. Okay, you can now turn these into video. Then you can take the MP3 of the video and now you have a podcast, right? And all these things can be repurposed in a really cool way. So 30 seconds or 3 paragraphs to boom, hit them, welcome, here's what you're going to get, here's how it's going to work, okay? Talk about them, not you. Watching this video, stay tuned, we're going to talk about this, okay? Then what I like to do, usually my videos are between 7 and 12 minutes long. So I like to do like 5 to, let's say, 12 minutes content, okay? The content should include something real, a real element, like, hey, you know what? Here I am, this is what I'm doing. Really cool, this is why I'm doing it, right? Very good. If people know your motive, why you're making these videos, they're gonna appreciate that. They'll be like, hey, cool, I like that. You know, that guy's cool, he's helping out. Like my addiction site, I'm like, hey man, I'm making this so you don't have to go through what I went through. My money site, hey, I'm making this so that you could save 17 years of your life and actually learn this stuff from someone who's done it before, right? So 5 to 12 minutes of content. Throughout your content, okay, very important, throughout your content, you want to give little takeaways, okay, because not everyone's going to watch or consume your entire content. So what we want to do is we want to give takeaways based on what's going on, right? So if I'm like, hey man, today we're going to teach you how to stop drinking. All right, tip number 1 is, get a daily regimen. You got to have a regimen to stop drinking. If you want my daily regimen, go to talksober.com/regimen and download it. And boom, now they're going to get there. Okay, really cool. D says, hey, this is my first time joining your life. Welcome, D. Good to see you here. All right, so 5 to 12 minutes of content. Really, really cool stuff. Okay, again, throughout your content, link them out to other stuff because they're going to resonate with something. Right? This is why it's so important to know your people, because it's like, hey guys, I know that the most people with making money, when they want to make money online, when they want to do YouTube marketing, when they want to do blog marketing, I know there's major struggles. 1, how the hell do I get started? 2, how do I make money? 3, how do I make a website? 4, how do I make money with the website? Very simple. So if I take those 4 questions and I'm like, hey guys, hey, I'm Marcus, and today I'm going to talk to you about how to make money. What we're going to do is we're going to talk about how to make money in several different ways. First of all, let's talk about how to get started. Boom, 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 bullet point, bullet point, bullet point. If you need more help on how to get started, go to my site and learn how to get started. Okay, next, By the way, some of you guys might be watching this and already have blogs. If you do, go to my site for this, right? Very simple. And then if you're doing YouTube and stuff, tell them to subscribe. So 5 to 12 minutes of content that links out to other stuff. And then what you do is your call to action, right? Call to action is what do you want them to do? Now, this works with PDFs. It works with videos. It works with podcasts. It works with everything. Okay? Very, very important. It works with everything. And if you know this, guys, your market will tell you what to create, right? When you do product launches, when you do sites, I don't start a huge site. A lot of people have this in their mind. They're like, when I start YouTube, I got to have 100 videos out and I got to have a lot of stuff out before I even learn anything. Not necessarily, right? I can learn in 5 seconds by putting something out and just asking them, right? Most people will tell you, like I had a 1-page site on my addiction site that said, is a video. It sucked. I looked like a fat frog on a stool out in my backyard. Totally crappy video. I just haven't recorded it over again. But it's a crappy video. And 850 people filled out a lengthy form about why they think they are an alcoholic. I mean, we're talking like paragraphs of information. Like, I don't know if I have it in here, but I have this stack of paper somewhere. I think it's like up here somewhere, right? And it's this huge stack of all the comments people put in. And they're like, Marcus, my spouse thinks I drink, but I don't think I do. And they're like, Marcus, I struggle with anxiety and guilt. Marcus, this happens and this happens and that happens. And guess what? I just got 850 big video ideas from you, the viewer. And what's better for a connection than talking to you, the viewer? Right? If I make you feel like you're sitting right here, right? And I'm like, hey guys, you know what? You're sitting right here. I know what you're going through. Then you are going to buy whatever I say to get, right? Or you're going to click whatever, or you're going to get that connection, and that's going to create the value. The value is in the connection, okay? The value is not in how many subscribers you have, okay? I know people with 300,000 subscribers, and I buy an ad in their mailing list, and I get like 60 clicks. And I'm like, wow, your market must not really like you if only 60 people clicked on the link in your email, right? That pretty much sucks. That means that 294,000 people and 960 people, 340, like a lot of people didn't even open the email or click it because you have no connection. The value is in the connection, right? That's all it is. That's everything. Whether you're doing this in print, okay? This is why books sell good, right? You have a book that is written horribly and everyone buys it because it's a connection, right? We have book reviews where we talk about some of them that are written poorly, but they have some good stuff in them. And it's all about the connection, right? They feel like the person resonates with them. They speak the language the people speak, right? The language is key. Like you're going to notice that like that guy who knew what the yellow Pokemon thing was, those people talk different. Right? They're like Pikachu, Pokemon Go, stay, whatever, right? And they talk differently and they use different words than I would use because I don't know that stuff. Addiction people, they use different things. Like they have all these slogans they use and phrases. And if you learn them, boom, you're going to make a ton of money in your marketplace. You're going to spread a lot of goodwill. You're going to create this connection, which is going to be worth a lot of money. So what I want to do right now is I want to take a little break, okay? And by break, I mean I'm just going to sit on the stool and take a little break. But I'm not going anywhere. But I want you to type in your questions about this type of stuff. Okay, so type in your questions and let me know what's on your mind. And we're going to talk about how to do this in a real way. Okay? And anything you can related to content, right? We're going to talk about content, whether it's like content affiliate marketing, content affiliate links, or whatever. And we'll get those going. Okay, I'm going to make sure my chat roll's going. Okay, so Nicholas says, I just need to put together an overall site to then start a blog page or whatnot. Okay, excellent. I did a video yesterday that you might not have seen, or you might have. It was a video on how I create a lead capture page. If you're doing YouTube marketing, if you're doing whatever, okay, this is killer. It shows you how to make a simple lead capture page. Now, Nick, what I would say do is make a site, an intro site. Okay, so like when I start with a site or a blog or a video or whatever, I start with one thing, okay? When you get your traffic in, you can buy your traffic, you can generate traffic from leads, whatever, okay, YouTube, whatever. You get your traffic in, okay? The first thing that I want to do is I want to get this connection, okay? So I want to get this connection, and I want to say, hey guys, I want to know what you want, okay? And they will tell you. I don't know what it is, but people like, will. It's like my mom always says, she's like, I go to the mall, and these little old ladies come, and they tell me their whole life. And they'll sit with me, and they'll tell me her whole life, right? And she's sitting there, and she's like, and I think it's kind of cool, and she thinks it's cool, because she's like, hey, I get to talk to someone. And we got a little wasp in here. I'm going to try to let him out. All right, I think he won't bug me. If I die of wasp, getting eaten by a little wasp, then, you know, tell someone. But we got to look at that. But, you know, she talks about this, and she's like, the little old ladies come talk to me and everything, and she thinks it's pretty cool, and it is pretty cool. And we're like, okay, great. And this is the same thing with your market. They will tell you everything, right? So like Nicholas says, you know, should I use ClickFunnels? I personally don't use that because I don't want to learn another platform. And very importantly, I don't want stuff on another domain. Okay, this is crucial. I don't like having stuff on a different domain. Okay, so I don't want to be whatever.com. I want to be videohacks.com or affiliatemarketingdude.com. Very important. So we want to look at that, and we want to set up a one-page blog post, okay, write some content, and you can actually, I could do more market research with a 10-point checklist than most people can by creating a whole fancy site, right? All I would have to do is say, what do you want more information on? List the 10 things, put a tracker, watch what they click, boom, done. I know exactly what you want. Okay, like for my market, I know that 70% of the people who fill out that big form do not want to quit drinking. They want to learn to moderate. Okay, now that I know that, I can help them, right? I'm like, okay, so you want to moderate, I'll tell you how, but I'll also tell you what I think needs to happen with what happened to me. Okay, so now it's like, boom, connection, right? I can go in and I'm like, here's how you use it. Okay, Biz Publisher, we'll get to you in just a second. So the connection there, one-page site, done. Get a domain name. You can go to, what is it, gohubsite.com. We show you how to get your hub site started, which is very important. That's why we do that. Okay, how does a newbie establish credibility if we aren't much more experienced than our viewers? Well, Joseph, get more experienced. In most markets, you can get more experience than your viewers with 1 day of 8 hours of work, right? If you study this stuff, like you look over here, and you're like, holy crap, Marcus, you're a freaking nerd. You read a lot of books. And it's like, okay, cool. So like if I go and I look at books, right? So like if I want to go into the self-help industry, okay? You look at stuff. So like Anthony Robbins, okay? Awesome dude, has good content, everything like that. It's pretty basic stuff to someone who's been studying this for 20 years, right? I've been studying self-help for 20 years. That stuff's pretty basic. Some of his stuff, I'm sure, is a lot deeper. I haven't gone into it, but the fact of the matter is this is getting bought by the pound, right? They're buying it like crazy. Take a look at other stuff like marketing stuff. Read, right? It doesn't take long. Like a lot of these books, these are great. Dan Kennedy books, you can get through them in an hour, hour and a half, and they have really good stuff that you can share with people. The key is to remember this, right? And let me ask a question. How many of you guys on this call right now know how to set up a website or blog? Right? Type website or blog if you know how to do that. Okay? Excellent. And while we do that, let's see here. Say it's a science site but can't be branched in anything. Well, if you're making a science site that literally cannot be branched in anything, then you might not want to make a science site. Okay? Unless you got to make it with a purpose. Okay, yeah, so a lot of people know how to build websites or blog. Congratulations. You know more than 90% of my audience. Okay, I look like an expert. I look like I'm fancy. Most of the people who come to me are like, how do I build a website? And I do a live course on how to build a website. And they say, Marcus, you are brilliant. And it's literally something that most people on this call right now know how to do, right? Like David. David's been with me a long time. Great guy. And he says, I don't know how to build a website yet, right? A lot of people still don't. What you might be an expert on is different, right? So like we look at this, and like those people who do the Pokemon, if there's someone new looking to get into the Pokemon, you're going to know the words and be like, whoa, hey, you speak my language. Really cool. Okay, we had a question by Biz Publisher. I'll try to go back up to it here. Okay, Biz Publisher says, how can I use the YouTube video to get people to my tiny site, simple site, where they can download the toolbar? Excellent. You tell them, right? You tell them. So the key here to your call to action, what you want them to do, is tell them why. Okay, why? So let's say you make a YouTube channel, and your YouTube channel is about Bible quotes. Okay, this is an easy, please do this. And when you do it and you make a bunch of money, come tell me and we'll feature you in our next video and be like, look, this guy actually did this stuff and he's getting paid. Pretty cool, yay. Okay, because it's so easy, it's not even funny. All right, so what you do is you find, for the Bible verse example, and the reason I'm using that is because there's a Bible toolbar. Okay, the Bible toolbar pays $3 to $4 a click, or $4 per download. Okay, so someone downloads the Bible, you get $3 to $4. Doesn't cost anything to them. It's a neat little toolbar, kind of like the toolbar that I have at Affiliate Marketing Dude, right? It's free for you guys, but I know that people buy stuff after they get that, so it's kind of cool. So you have this Bible toolbar, okay? Then you say, who's my market? Who's the keyword? Well, we could go for the keyword of inspirational Bible quotes, okay? Bible quotes. We look at it, do a Google tool result for Bible quotes. It's huge. Inspiration Bible quotes, grieving Bible quotes, daily Bible quotes, whatever, okay? And they have these. Now, you can make a YouTube video. You can compile 10 different Bible verses, and you can put little fancy video little things behind it, right? If you go to videohacks.com and you watch that site, opt in, we're going to teach you how and where I get all this stuff. But you can make little waterfalls and things and be like, the Lord is my light, blah, 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 blah. Great, wonderful. At the end of the video, you're like, do you need Bible quotes? Would you like a little Bible to sit right there on top of your browser so you can talk to God or read from God whenever you want? Go to my site, get the toolbar. Done deal, right? If you had 1,000 different videos like that, which literally you could outsource or you could make yourself, I could probably make 50 of them today if I wanted to, right? If I really had to. I make 50 of them a day. Let's say each of them starts to ramp up and I get 100 views a day on each, right? 100 views a day on each of them, okay? And again, remember, a view is not connection, okay? A view is not value unless it has the connection. So we want Bible verses that really connect with them, okay? So we got 100 times 50. That would be, what, 50,000 or 5,000? What's my math? I think, let's see here. 50,000? I think so. Someone do the math for me. My brain is still recuperating from yesterday. Rough day. Okay, so we look at that and we're like, okay, cool. We have that. We have the views every day. Out of those views, someone is going to, and I'm going to see if our chat roll is going again. Out of those views, some people are going to go for it, right? What do we got here? Oops. I got to fix this chat roll. Bear with me 1 second. All right, cool. So put your questions in the box. I want to make sure that our chat roll is in fact working here. Okay, cool. Yeah, it's 5,000. So my math was off by, just a little bit. That's cool. Good thing I'm not running your bank account today. All right, might have messed that up a little bit. So 5,000, but 5,000 views a day. If I could get, let's say, 1 in 100 to download, okay, that would be my math is just totally not working today. That'd be like 500 downloads or something like that. Or if I only got 100 to download, right, that'd still be $300 to $400 a day from simple little Bible videos, and it happens over and over and over and over again. And the key is building influence, and that's the kind of thing where people will subscribe if you do it. And it's really easy, guys. It's not that hard to do. Again, it's all about knowing the market, right? If I make Bible videos about what I think people want, not going to matter. If I make Bible videos about what they want, boom, jackpot. All right? So, any questions, let me know. I hope you guys are enjoying this live stream. If you are, give us a thumbs up. Make sure that you subscribe to us on the YouTubes to be notified when I do go live and when we come out with new videos. The subscribe button, it's like a little picture of me with the yellow writing. That's my fancy guru pick, right? And make sure you comment, right? Because I'm doing the same thing that I'm teaching you to do, which is comment, read the comments and watch what people say. All right, so let's take a few more questions before we call it a day. As you'll notice on all of my live streams, I have the Affiliate Marketing Dude logo, and I have the Simple Sites Bonus. Simple Sites Bonus is the Simple Sites Big Profits course, which is going to teach you all this, right? We go through and literally teach you everything from how to find your market, to how to set up your site, to how to go at this, to how to create your content, how to get traffic, how to set up your affiliate links, how to get accepted by the affiliate networks, everything. It's in a software format, so you go through each and everything with the tools, and you get it all done, right? If you are looking to do affiliate marketing, get Simple Sites Big Profits. No, don't ask any questions, just get it, right? Because what I've done is I've poured my heart and soul into listening to your questions and helping you make it work. Okay, D says, I've been into affiliate marketing from the last 8 months. I haven't made anything yet. I will now try your Ask the People strategy. Yes, the Ask the People strategy is huge. Now, let me give you some more tips, okay? We can ask the people without asking the people, right? Now, this is big. Why is this big? Because I can ask your people. You're like, Marcus, how do you ask my people? Are you hacking into something? What the hell are you doing, buddy? Well, check this out. If someone has a website and they allow me to do banner ads, okay, follow with me here. They allow me to do banner ads. I can run 10 different banners about 10 different things I think people want to know about in that market. Whichever one gets the most clicks, that's what the people want, right? Then I make my site, and they're like, holy cow, it's like you're reading my brain. And I'm like, it's because I did read your brain. You told me what was on it. Very simple, right? And when you do that, instant connection. What this is like is it's like going into a crowded room and saying, does anyone here want to learn this? And they raise their hand, and you take those people, and now you have your own little group of people that want one certain thing. Very important. Okay, you could also do the asking with the solo ads, right? You could literally buy solo ads for someone's list and strip out the whole list by just asking this stuff. Simple, just buy a bunch of ads. They're like $50 each, right? And you're like, hey, you want to learn how to build a website? Want to learn how to build this? Do you have a website that's not converting? And segment them out, and now I have 5 different lists about everything people wanted from those guys' list. I mean, this stuff is so powerful. It's so simple, and I've given you so many ways to make money with your content, it's not even funny. Nicholas, when I add affiliate marketing and solo Google ads, okay, solo Google ads are 2 different things, solo ads and Google ads. Is there much competition between the companies, or just whatever you want can happen? I don't know what that question means. Sorry. Yeah, Google ads are Google ads, so you're going to bid on search. That's like pay-per-click marketing. Solo ads are paying for an ad in someone's newsletter, which is different, okay? Competition on a solo ad, there's none. If you buy a solo ad, you have it. There's no competition. Google, some keywords have competition, some don't. Again, if you want to learn this stuff so you could do this the right way without competition, because whether you're doing YouTube, whether you're doing Google, whatever you're doing, okay, there's going to be some competition, but if you focus on the right keywords and the right people, done deal. In simplesitebonus.com, we teach you how to go through, look at your niche, and find the words that people want. Will you get banned from any? Depends on what you do, right? It totally depends on what you do. You'll get banned if you're acting like an idiot, right? You'll get banned if you put unethical stuff up. You'll get banned if your user relevancy isn't good. But if you focus on what people want and you help them out, right, chances are you'll be okay. All right, cool. Any questions? We'll give you guys a little bit of time for questions and help you out here. Again, we still have the Simple Sites bonus on sale, so if you do want to get that, if you like this stuff and you say, Marcus, you should get a tip, you should get something, right? I don't accept tips, and I don't usually do what's it called, sponsored chat or super chat or whatever. The reason I don't is because I don't want people to tip me based on this stuff. I want you to buy my product so you can get more of it, right? I want you to get more of it. Oh, like Coke and Pepsi on the same page? No, you want to give things related to what they want, right? So like, I don't want to confuse my market. I want to do one thing, okay? All right, so questions. We'll give you guys a couple minutes for questions, and we'll take you from there. All right, Nicholas, get yourself a copy of that Simple Sites. The reason I also push the Simple Sites product is because I can't afford to help everyone for free, right? Like everyone who comes to my site and is like, hey, dude, can you check out my website? Like if I did that, I would be busy all day, every day checking out people's website. I like doing that. I don't mind doing it. But when you're a Simple Sites member, it's like, okay, well, you know, at least you've contributed to it. At least you're getting the stuff. And at least you've gone through it. Like when you go through the Simple Sites course, it's going to teach you a certain way of doing this. And when you learn that way, right, you're going to come to me and you're going to say, look, I did this the way you said. Now what? Right? That way you're not like, hey, Marcus, I made this. And I'm like, okay, well, you know, if you had watched the videos, you'd probably be like light years ahead of where you are now, but you need to do this, right? So it's kind of like an ebb and flow. It's like you're going to get the advice from me, then you're going to get the tips, and then we're going to be working together instead of just, hey, what do you think of my site? Well, it's terrible, or it's good, or it's bad, or whatever. Okay, does that make sense? Okay. Joseph, side question. I got the Simple Sites bonus, and I'm going through the Blog Profit Network because I'm so new. Should I skip over SSBP and go straight to... No, go through Simple Sites 2016 now. We're still finishing 2017. I'm behind on it. But if you guys order today, you guys get it on pre-order, which saves you like $500. And then, you know, once 17 comes out, refresh it. So I always recommend that. Blog Profit Network's good, kind of old. You want to do Simple Sites 2016 or 17, which you could get up at the link right there, right? SimpleSitesBonus.com. Right after you sign up, you get instant access, and also you can get us on live chat through any of my sites. I actually put live chat on every single part of the Simple Sites course. So like if you're going through, you can click the button, and I can actually see what page you're on. So you're like, Marcus, I'm having trouble with this. And I'm like, hey, cool, you're watching video 3. I know all about that one. Right? So we've done a lot of work to make this happen. So hopefully you guys get in there and do that. All right, so I think we're pretty good, unless there's any last-minute questions. I'll give you guys a minute to digest this and ask questions, and I'll come right back. And you guys can take notes based on what's on the board right now, too. All right, Biz Publisher says, thanks for being the real deal. Well, thanks for subscribing and checking out my stuff. All right, cool. So I don't think there's a whole lot of other questions. I hope you guys have enjoyed this live stream. You know, I like doing these. I appreciate you guys as my subscribers. I really want you guys to get good results. And, you know, oftentimes we don't get results because we don't get started. Right? Like I wouldn't have any results in the addiction niche if I hadn't got started and made that stupid video where I look like a fat frog and just put it out there. Right? Now, you don't have to go out there and sit on a stool in your backyard. You can hide behind the camera, or you could make text, or like the Bible example. You could just make little fun videos, right? And you just look at that and you're like, okay, all I have to do is get started. So what I want you guys to take away from this is first, first find your market. The value's in the eye of the beholder. Who am I talking to? right? Who am I talking to? Where are they? What do I want them to do, right? Base all this on the keyword and then focus on getting that connection right away. That's why a lot of my videos, I just focus on, hey guys, let's just be real, right? Let's make this happen. Marketing is shifting from the weird salesy guy to the guy who's just helping out and getting you guys to sell things. This webinar replay will be on YouTube, so right after we're done, it will be there. But Patrick, I would highly recommend getting Simple Sites Bonus as well, the Simple Sites course. So we're going to put it in both. Again, I practice what I preach. We're going to repurpose this content. Repurpose this content into other stuff as well, which is something I'm getting in the habit of. I haven't always been that good at it in the past, but it works really well. So when you're looking at content, number one is keywords. Who am I talking to? And that is the key. All right, cool. So any other questions? I have it XD. Okay, cool. You got the high ticket niches. Excellent. Yeah, the high ticket niches is the best way. So if you're stuck and you don't know where to get started and you don't know what niche you want to get into, what we do is I go through personally. All the niches are handpicked by me personally. We find you a niche. We get you a domain name. Oftentimes these domain names could be resold if you want to resell them. I just bought one last week that was like $1,800 or something. And I sold them for up to $25,000. And we look at it and the domains are good and they're based on the keyword. And then we set you up some content so you can get in there and start using it. If you're interested in that, it's highticketniches.com. Excellent, excellent program. Okay, anything else? Hopefully you guys are digging this stuff. Luckily, it's not as hot today. It was like ridiculously hot yesterday. I think it was like 96 most of the day, which is cool. I don't mind it. I like living in the swamp. Okay, so I'll leave that up so you guys can take a few notes and ask questions. Jace, how many high-ticket niches could you buy? Buy one, and then get me on live chat and tell me how many you want. Okay? But usually as many as you can. I mean, we have to be able to accommodate, of course. But buy one first at highticketniches.com, and then come to me and be like, hey, I want 5 more or whatever, and we'll make you a deal on it. But first, get one. All right, cool. So I think we're about ready to wrap up here. I'd like to thank you. I deeply appreciate you guys for hanging out with me on your Friday afternoon or morning for some of you. I look forward to getting you guys in some of those programs. And in the Simple Sites program, we're going to be going through a lot of this in detail. This is why we record videos like this live, because what I do is I use this as our welcome video for the content section. And then I take all your questions and I strip it out. And then I actually show you how to do it. So in the content section of Simple Sites Bonus, it's going to say, how to create it, how to outsource it, how to do video, how to do audio, how to do this, and it's all laid out for you in a really cool way. And what this does is it provides you like a basic overview. Okay? Could I zoom in? I don't think I could zoom in too much. I mean, it's pretty zoomed in. After this webinar, or live cast, or whatever you want to call it, you could actually go on and make it bigger. If you want, and take a screenshot. Okay. All right, excellent. So thank you for joining me. If you need anything, I'll be on live chat. I'm just going to be hanging out here recording videos all day. As you can see, we got the green screen up for our video recording and everything like that. Got my fan and my air conditioner. You got to have both here in Florida. And got my desk, which I cleaned off today, luckily. All right, so that's where we're at. That's how it works. Really cool stuff, and hope you guys enjoyed this. I got my little trucks there, and you can see my fancy pants internet thing. This thing, because we have internet inside, I didn't wire it out here because I didn't want to dig holes. But this thing actually makes it faster than the internet inside, which, as you can see, is like, I don't know, hundreds of feet away, somewhere in there. Somewhere out there, right? So, cool stuff. Hope you guys enjoyed our live stream from the backyard swamp. Hope you learned about content. And yes, cool. I have an idea called Internet Marketing Purge. All right, good idea, I think. Sounds cool. Could you zoom in? I'll see if I can zoom in a little so you guys can take something. Okay. Does that work? Maybe a little bit more. All right. I think that's about as close as you're going to get. All right, so have fun. Have a wonderful weekend. Watch out for some new videos. I actually have a video that I'm working on today called the marketing, what was I calling it? Something. Overhaul. So hopefully you guys like that. Thanks again. Go buy something and get in there. Ask me questions. Let's make money. And I'll see you in the next live stream or video. Again, we are live every Wednesday at 4 and every Friday at 1. Those are both PM and they are both Eastern time. So adjust accordingly. Watch for it. Subscribe on YouTube. If you like this, give me a thumbs up. And yeah, thanks again. I'll see you in the next one.